When we opened Riverbend 3 years ago, one of the things that I knew that I wanted our campus to focus on was the process of students really taking ownership of their learning through setting their own goals and keeping track of how they're doing on their own goals. There is so much research about various instructional practices that impact student learning. And what we found in the last several years is that research is showing that one of the most impactful things that can happen is students really taking ownership of what they're doing and having that self-motivation from within to achieve because they know where they're going. And so it's no longer the teacher being the keeper of the information about how students are doing in a grade book on their desk. The teachers at Riverbend have become invested over the 3 years that we've worked in this process. They see the benefits to students' motivation, and we also share this information with families twice a year at learner-led conferences, which the students are part of.
At the beginning of each year, I really like all of my students to set goals for them that are achievable for each of them independently. So we sit down as a class and we talk about what is upcoming in the 4th grade year, where they ended their 3rd grade year, and things that they feel like they can achieve on their own with my help in the classroom. And we get those written down into some folders, and we add some color to it so it makes it look fun and bright for them. And then we keep track of that as the year goes on.
They need that visual representation so they know what they're working for. You know, they can see the end goal lines at each break in the semester, in the year. And the thing that I think is also very nice is that they celebrate each other's growth. So that even though you may not be at the point where you might be expected to be, but they see that growth and they celebrate each other's growth. And I think that's a very valuable support system to have in a classroom.
With a learner-led conference, the student is leading the conference and reporting about their data. And with a traditional parent conference, the teacher kind of leads everything. I just think there's more value in it because it has the parent really understanding what the learner is saying to the parent. So it kind of makes it hit home a little bit more.
Definitely for those self-motivators, works really well for them because they don't like seeing that they need to work on something. For the students that aren't self-motivators though, it also works for them just because they can kind of see, oh, like that's what I need to do.
I think they just have done better overall because when you're held accountable, you want to work harder. They start seeing each other's data notebooks, not that they go around sharing them, but they see each other doing the work. And so that's motivating in itself for the kids to work harder.
Thank you so much for being here, Mrs. Caruth. I'm so glad we got to meet today. John, are you ready to lead your conference?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's go over your data.
There's my behaviors, and on this one, I leave my work area neat and put away all supplies. You have an end of goal, and you have to meet before the end of the year. I did. And this is right today.
Look at that progress. You see how the capital letters and the lowercase letters?
My family went to Aguilan Safari and we saw some amazing animals. My favorite was the turtle, and he was scared and got into his shell. I've done a very good job. I surpassed my goal with 2 points.
Good.
And I count to 100.
I
did it in Miss Newland's class today.
Awesome. What's it about?
Lions.
And?
Unicorns.
So what I've seen here at Riverbend is we've really transformed our conversations from about students to having these conversations with students. And I think that this has really allowed our students to become more a part of their educational journey and has really enhanced their learning because now they're so invested in their own academic progress. There's so much power in students really understanding the why behind what they are learning and how that is connected to the goals that they set for themselves.
I'm very proud of our staff for the work that they have done because it does take time, and they see the benefit to that time being used in the classroom as part of their instruction, not an additional thing to do. And for that, I'm grateful for the work that they've put in.